Please pardon the mess right now. A lot's changing over the next month, so don't get comfortable with this. This is just what I could set up today. I wanted to just have a conversation with you all today. And it's been a while since we did something like this. I have no notes. I'm just literally hitting start and we're rolling with this today. Today, I want to give some experiences and reassurances for creators out there that may be having a tough time right now. I feel so unorganized, right? It's been so long since I've done a video like this. We actually used to do videos like this all the time, where I would just get on in a day and share thoughts and experiences, ups and downs for what I was going through at the time of whatever creative venture that I was doing. I actually started documenting on this channel my life as a freelance graphic designer because my thoughts were, if I can help share my experiences, maybe it will make other people understand that they're not alone in this journey, and maybe they can learn from my experiences. Because my mindset was, and still is to this day, that if I'm able to put myself in this situation, any of you can. And if only you really knew my history to understand how impactful those words really are. But regardless, the reason why I did start this channel is I wanted to make a lot of people out there who are maybe in a position where they don't enjoy what they do. They don't like their surroundings. They're not happy with where they are in life. If they could watch my content and hear me through my journey, maybe it would give them a little confidence to understand that they can take control of whatever it is that they're going through as well and set some goals to actually achieve. And I guess that's the reason why I didn't want to have notes today or a script. I just wanted to kind of hit record and let it rip. Maybe it's more authentic. Maybe this dialogue helps a little bit so you know I'm not just reading something that some AI wrote or that I've been planning for weeks. I'm literally just in the moment having a conversation with you. Notoriously, it's a tough time of the year. It's depression season in and itself. Winter, it's not fun. The days are less, it gets colder typically in most parts of the world, especially in America. It's not good vibes to start off with. That's exactly why I moved out of Ohio. Seasonal depression would hit me so hard. On top of that, one thing I've learned about being a creator, a content creator, a creative, a freelance designer throughout the last 12 years in this industry is that everything has ups and downs. There's seasons to this. Understanding first and foremost that there are ups and downs, I think helps so much in anything we do, whether it's like losing weight all the way down to wanting to start your own business. The moment something great happens for you doesn't just mean from here on out, it's always gonna be like that. In all honesty, there's probably gonna be more down moments, more negative thoughts than there are going to be positive things that happen to you or positive thoughts. We constantly doubt ourselves. It's how we're wired as people. As content creators and creatives and artists, we have a vivid imagination. And that vivid imagination doesn't only come down to the content created, it also comes down to our life as a whole. We're constantly thinking about where can we be in the next 3 to 6 to 12 months. And when things are going good, we're very optimistic about it. We get pumped, we get motivated, we get very driven. We get that rush of dopamine that gets us excited to want to do more of this. That's why we get so laser focused in a task once things are going well. But on the downside, when things aren't going our way, when things slow down, we start to panic because we create these vivid imaginations of what could potentially go wrong in 3 to 6 months. So I've even found throughout the years understanding that as a whole and just taking my day by day, not imagining what it's going to be like in 3 months and 6 months with how things are going now, but understanding that I can just do the best I can today and just give it my 100% effort and see what happens to prepare myself for tomorrow. It's like having that power in the moment to control today and understand that you just don't know what's going to happen in 3 to 6 months from now. It kind of makes things less daunting. It's like I remember the first time where I had my big break. I had like a really good quarter in the year. It was like the end of one year, and I was excited coming into this new year because I had gotten so many projects and gotten so many eyes on all my social media. I had some videos do well, and then I came into the next year overly amped and very excited, and I thought this was just the momentum that was going to carry me to success success land from here on out. And I'm just like a changed person and I'm always gonna feel great. And then 2 months later, my numbers were the worst they've been in years. Like everything slowed down, all my social medias, and then it was full panic mode. There's no way I can do this. I'm not meant to do this. Like I just had a lucky run and now I need to explore other options. I stopped living so much in my moment to control what I could actually control. And I started living in the future through this vivid imagination of what worst case scenario could come. But after years of going through this, after years of pushing myself through those downtimes and having more uptimes and then having downtimes and more uptimes and then downtimes and more uptimes, I realized overall collectively throughout like a 5-year span that when I had my lowest lows and my highest highs, I'm still way further and higher along than what I was at those points. That those ripples come and go as we grow as a person. So just understanding that in itself, that that's gonna happen is pretty powerful in my opinion. So guys, gals, I'm so happy for whatever you're going through at this current point in time, or if you're going through any negatives, like sucks, I really sympathize for you. Where you are right now is not where you're guaranteed to have to be in 3 to 6 months. So if things are going good, get ready for things to maybe not be so hot in a few months from now. If things are really shit for you right now, I know it sucks, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's where you're gonna be in a few months. I don't know how to explain this next part. I never went to school. I can't put a term to what causes this. All I know is throughout the last 12 years of me being online and trying to create my own journey, whether it was me being a Call of Duty gaming content creator, a designer, a photographer, videographer, I've noticed that while we have ups and downs, that we all experience as a collective down seasons and up seasons. So typically what I've seen and experienced throughout the years is the first couple months are down months. For most places, the days are shorter, it's colder, seasonal depression is very real. On top of that, usually the final quarter of every year is a booming quarter. It's a booming season, especially for content creators, especially for YouTubers, because ads are getting pushed more and more. Your ad revenue goes up, seasonal deals are going out. Every advertiser is pushing all their money towards content because it's the holiday season. Once that happens, we usually see a dip. We see a dip in advertisements. We see a dip in people wanting to spend money. And we just see a dip in overall numbers and enthusiasm. Again, connected to the seasonal depression, I think maybe. And then typically around March and April, you'll see everything kind of ramp back up. The time changes, days get longer, days get warmer, people get happier, companies are starting to spend money a little bit more, ad revenue goes up, customers, tax season hits and people are spending more money. You start to see like a leveling out or a good wave for another few months. And then typically around midsummer, it kind of dies out a little bit. Everybody's outside, everybody's wanting to do their own thing. They're not focused in the online world too much. You ride that little down wave and then towards the last few months of the year, that's where the holiday season kicks in. And again, ad revenue goes up. Everything is just awesome. People are kind of going back indoors because the summer's over. So they're doing more online stuff. They're investing more into their streams, their content. People are creating more content because more games usually drop around that season. You have that rush, then the new year starts and it's just a revolving cycle. Again, I can't explain it. All I know is after 12 years of doing it, it's a very common thing that I've seen, especially this point of the year. So who cares? Why point this out? Because right now I'm seeing more content creators and creatives who finally went full-time over these last couple of years really hurting right now. They're really trying hard to push through the grit and the down season that they're going through. And for a lot of you, you may take it very personal. You may think it's a situation where you're never gonna come out of. And I just wanted to give you my experience and reassurance to say, hey, now is the perfect time to keep pushing, to not predict in 3 months that this downtrend is gonna continue and everything's just gonna get worse, because right now is the time to put the pedal to the floor while things are bad. Because while a lot of people are going through the same similar stuff that you're going through because everything is down, a lot of people will end up giving up. But by you not giving up, it gets you so much closer to what you actually want to achieve out of things. I know that seems like a cynical and sad way to look at this, to look at it as like, yeah, it sucks right now, sucks for everybody, but the reality is a lot of people are going to give up, and I want to be the person that doesn't. It sucks, but I can't tell you how many people reach out and say, man, like I remember where we all were 5 years ago and I can't believe you kept at it. And I genuinely wish some of those people were still with me to this day. But the reality is they didn't have that understanding. They didn't push through those experiences and they got left behind due to the overcomplicating things in their head. It's easy to get stressful. We will beat ourselves up. We will imagine the worst case scenario when things are down. Understand that you are in complete control of how you perceive anything in life. You could be going through the worst stuff right now, but it's up to you to see what can come from it versus just letting it defeat you. So any of my homies out there, times are tough right now. Please don't give up. Push through. I know it sucks. You might have to make some compromises, but again, where you currently are right now doesn't necessarily mean that that's where you have to be in 6 months. But if you let your negative mentality beat you, it might just put you there. Cheers. All right, I gotta change setup stuff again. Damn it.